The decision is yours, Arisen, for the price of a single life.
Hey there, welcome back to Proxy Plays, where we're all about diving deep into the gaming universe and having a blast while we're at it. Today, we're getting hyped up for the release of Dragon's Dogma 2 by taking a nostalgic trip down memory lane to explore the full story of the original game. With the sequel dropping soon on March 22nd, it's the perfect time to refresh our memories on everything that went down in the first installment. But hey, fair warning, if you haven't finished Dragon's Dogma yet, consider this your spoiler alert. Understanding Dragon's Dogma, a comprehensive story breakdown. So let's dive into the epic tale of Dragon's Dogma, starting off with a flashback starring our main protagonist, Saga, aka the Arisen. It's like your typical tutorial level, but with a whole lot more adrenaline as you battle your way through all sorts of baddies, leading up to a seriously intense face-off with a chimera. And just when you think you've seen it all, boom, you're staring down a ginormous dragon, ready to rumble with ominous vibes all around. Now fast forward through centuries and centuries, and we're witnessing this majestic dragon waking up from its beauty sleep, coming through some crazy rift in the sky. Surrounding it are these creepy harpies, setting the scene for some serious drama. And guess what? It's not just a scenic flight for this dragon. It's got its eyes set on none other than the cozy town of Casardis, where our hero resides. Cue an epic showdown, ending with the dragon snatching out your character's heart with its claw, leaving you hanging on for dear life. And just when you think things couldn't get any wilder, the dragon decides to chow down on that very heart. Talk about a seriously rough day for Casardis. As the dragon's ominous words echo in the air, it becomes clear that this encounter is more than just a chance meeting. Although your character can't make heads or tails of the dragon's Latin ramblings during the game, a dedicated team of fans has cracked the code. In one particularly insightful video, they break down the dragon's speech, revealing a chilling message. Behold, I have discovered one brave soul along these shores, yet these waters are tainted to the core. How many have struggled, resisted, and succumbed? My name is Grigori. Consider this your initiation, my harsh bestowal of everlasting life. So there you have it. Your character is officially dubbed the Arisen, and their destiny is now entwined with the great dragon, Grigori. But the drama doesn't end there. When you finally come to in Kina's humble abode, reality hits hard. Not only were you at ground zero during the dragon's attack, but now your chest is marked with a gnarly scar, a constant reminder of that fateful encounter. And just when you thought things couldn't get any weirder, the scar starts glowing, signaling that you're now able to understand the dragon's speech. As our hero steps out of Kina's place, ready to take on whatever craziness awaits, fate throws yet another curveball. Just when you thought things were settling down, a mysterious rift materializes right above them, and out drops a pawn. These beings are like obedient sidekicks, following every whim of their master, which in this case happens to be you, the Arisen. With this new addition to the party, our intrepid Arisen sets off and eventually stumbles upon a bustling encampment, brimming with folks gearing up for a showdown with the dragon. But what catches their eye are the dozens of pawns milling about, each one ready to lend a hand to whoever commands them. And then it happens. Our hero stumbles upon their first riftstone, a massive engraved rock that's kind of like a hotline to the pawn universe. The rift speaks, laying down the law. If you want to master these pawns, you've got to prove yourself in battle. And so off you go, facing off against all sorts of nasties, until finally you're deemed worthy enough to create your very own main pawn, your loyal partner in crime for the adventures that lie ahead. It's like choosing your ultimate sidekick, and trust me, you're gonna need all the help you can get in this wild ride of a game. Just when things were starting to get into a rhythm, chaos erupts as a Hydra decides to crash the party at the encampment. But our fearless Arisen doesn't flinch. Instead, they dive headfirst into the fray, managing to slice off one of the Hydra's heads in a move that even impresses a seasoned knight named Mercedes. Mercedes sees potential in our hero and tasks them with taking the severed head as a trophy to the grand capital city of Grand Soren. And let me tell you, Grand Soren is where all the action goes down. It's not just any city, it's the place where the legendary Duke Edmund Dragonsbane resides, the only known Arisen to have ever taken down the dragon. Before getting that coveted audience with the Duke, though, our Arisen has to prove their mettle by taking on quests from the Worm Hunter Guild, often personally handed out by the Duke himself. It's like climbing the ranks, one quest at a time, until you're worthy of a seat at the big guy's table. And amidst all this questing and dragon slaying, our hero crosses paths with a mysterious figure known as the Dragon Forged, a failed Arisen from 1,000 years ago. Despite his past failures, the Dragon Forged proves to be an invaluable ally, offering guidance and wisdom as our hero's journey unfolds. It's like having a walking, talking encyclopedia of dragon knowledge by your side. Once our hero arrives at Grand Soren, they'll stumble upon the bustling Pawn District, where things get even more intriguing. There lies the Everfall, a massive pit teeming with danger and magic, serving as a portal connecting different dimensions through the rift, kind of like a gateway to other players' worlds. Of course, being the intrepid adventurer they are, our Arisen can't resist delving into the mysteries of the Everfall. But what they find down there isn't just your average dungeon crawl, it's a confrontation with a fanatical cult called Salvation. Yep, you heard that right. There are some real nutjobs in this game. Led by a guy named Elysion, who's got a seriously warped vision of paradise, these cultists are all about helping the dragon kick humanity to the curb. And just to prove how committed they are to their cause, Elysion's rocking an eye patch from a previous run-in with the dragon. For these loonies, the dragon isn't just some big bad, it's the key to wiping the slate clean and starting fresh. They're all about that whole end-of-the-world vibe, believing that the dragon's arrival signals humanity's swan song. But wait, there's more drama. Our hero also uncovers a sneaky subplot involving other nations sweating bullets over the Duke's growing power. If he manages to take down another dragon, and let's face it, he's got the chops, it could seriously shake up the political landscape. Power struggles, cults, and world-ending dragons. Just another day in the life of the Arisen. As the grand showdown unfolds, our Arisen once again crosses paths with Elysion, who's now desperate enough to turn his followers into undead minions just to throw a wrench in our hero's plans. But you know our Arisen, they're not one to back down from a challenge. After taking down the undead horde, Elysion tries to rain on our hero's parade with some ominous warnings about the dragon's impending arrival. But before he can finish his dramatic speech, fate, or rather, the dragon, intervenes in the most unexpected way possible. Yep, you guessed it. The dragon straight up squashes Elysion like a bug. But the real drama unfolds when our hero finally comes face to face with the dragon. In a chilling exchange, the dragon offers a deal. Sacrifice someone dear to you who's currently in its clutches. And in return, you'll become the next big shot, the Duke of Grand Soren. And get this, turns out the current Duke had received the same offer back in the day, but couldn't seal the deal. Now our hero's at a crossroads. Do they give in to the dragon's twisted offer, ruling over Grand Soren from a lonely throne, awaiting the next unlucky soul to challenge the dragon? Or do they stick to their guns, rescue their loved one, and face the dragon head-on in a battle for the ages? If they choose the latter, it's an epic showdown with the dragon, culminating in victory, but at a hefty cost. Immortality? Gone. The Dragon Forged? Reduced to dust. And the Duke? Let's just say he's aged like fine wine, or maybe more like milk left out in the sun. It's a bittersweet ending, but hey, that's the price of taking on dragons and cults in the name of adventure. As the dust settles in Grand Soren, things take a dark turn when the Duke turns on our hero, accusing them of placing a curse through the dragon. In a desperate act of self-defense, the Arisen is forced to take down the Duke, sealing their fate as a wanted criminal. With no other options left, the Arisen is left with no choice but to flee for their life. Desperate and on the run, they find themselves standing on the edge of the Everfall, now transformed into an endless abyss. In a surreal twist of fate, the Arisen finds themselves transported to what feels like another dimension, where they come face to face with the enigmatic Seneschal. And guess what? They've got yet another deal to offer. Take up the mantle of the new Seneschal, or turn back time to a time before the dragon's emergence, living out their days in peaceful Cassardus. It's a pivotal moment for our hero. Do they embrace the ultimate power and responsibility of becoming the Seneschal? Or do they choose to walk away, returning to a simpler life? If they accept, it's an epic battle against the current Seneschal. As the climactic battle with the Seneschal reaches its zenith, the stakes couldn't be higher. If our hero falls in combat, they're doomed to become the next dragon, perpetuating the cycle of searching for a new Seneschal. But if they emerge victorious, they're about to uncover a truth that shakes the very foundation of their existence. In a stunning revelation, it's revealed that the Seneschal is none other than Savan, our protagonist from the game's opening sequence. Having once defeated the dragon, Savan ascended to the role of Seneschal, a position responsible for maintaining the balance of the realm. But here's the kicker: the life force of the Seneschal sustains the world itself, and when it runs out, a replacement must be found. With this knowledge weighing heavy on their shoulders, Savan bestows upon the Arisen the God's Bane, a blade of immense power reserved for the Seneschal. Then in a poignant moment, Savan passes away, leaving our hero to grapple with their newfound destiny. Approaching the throne with the God's Bane in hand, the Arisen faces a moment of reckoning. With a solemn resolve, they plunge the blade into their own heart, sacrificing themselves to ensure the realm's survival. As they plummet through the sky with their loyal pawn by their side, a surreal transformation unfolds. Multiple versions of the pawn collide as they descend, as though converging from different realms. And when they finally reach the bottom, the Arisen awakens, but with a twist. It's the pawn who now inhabits the Arisen's body, their essence forever fused with the role of the dragon's bane. And with that, the curtain falls on our hero's journey, leaving behind a legacy that transcends time and space. The Arisen may be no more, but their spirit lives on, embodied in the eternal cycle of sacrifice and rebirth. Truly, a tale for the ages.
Thy will, thy soul, these are all the means thou hast to carve thy path anew.
What exciting surprises await in Dragon's Dogma 2? Excitement is brewing as details from the Dragon's Dogma 2 showcase in 2023 paint a vivid picture of what's to come in this highly anticipated sequel. In this new adventure, players will find themselves immersed in the kingdom of Vermund, where power struggles for the throne are brewing. Queen Regent Disa's schemes to install a false Arisen to secure her son's ascent to power raise eyebrows, especially as pawns are seen rallying behind this imposter. But why are these mystical companions serving a false hero? It's a mystery that promises to unravel as players navigate through the twists and turns of political intrigue. Across the borders lies the Beastren nation of Batal, where pawns are viewed with suspicion and the lambent flame is worshipped to ward off disaster. Empress Nadinia holds the center stage in this kingdom's beliefs, offering a stark contrast to Vermund's machinations. While both kingdoms acknowledge the threat posed by the dragon, their treatment of pawns and Arisen couldn't be more different. Caught in the crossfire of conflicting beliefs and cunning plots, players will undoubtedly face tough choices and unforeseen consequences. The question remains, what fate awaits those who dare to navigate this treacherous landscape? As anticipation mounts, many questions arise, especially regarding the pawn system's impact on players who opt to play as a Beastren Arisen. Will there be advantages for those who choose to go solo without pawns, reminiscent of the assassin vocation's unique boosts in the previous game? And let's not forget about the introduction of a third race, the elusive elves, who inhabit the secluded village of the Sacred Arbor. Their enigmatic language poses a challenge to communication, but rumors abound of pawns who understand their tongue. But the surprises don't stop there. Classic dwarves are also set to make an appearance, adding yet another layer of depth to this already rich tapestry of a world. What other secrets lie in wait for players, only time will tell. With its enticing blend of political intrigue, mythical races, and thrilling gameplay, Dragon's Dogma 2 is shaping up to be an epic adventure like no other. Mark your calendars, because this journey launches on Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC on March 22nd, 2024. Get ready to embark on a quest that will redefine the very essence of heroism. Thanks for watching Proxy Plays. Remember to subscribe for the best in gaming content. We're also gearing up to bring you in-depth coverage of Dragon's Dogma 2, including gameplay videos, lore deep dives, and the latest news. Join our adventure and keep gaming.